A simple copper tube, but it can do far more than you might expect. In today's video, I'll show you how to turn this ordinary piece of copper into a practical DIY item that's perfect for the cold season. No electricity, no complicated parts, just a smart, old-school solution that really works. Stick around until the end, because the way this little tool functions may truly surprise you. First, you shape the copper tube. You carefully curve one end into a clean round loop. Then keep the two straight legs parallel. Take your time here, because this shape controls how steady the heater will burn later. Next, you take a drill and carefully make several small holes along the curved part of the copper loop. Space them evenly so the flame will spread the heat in a balanced way. After that, take a strip of medical gauze and cut it to length. Clamp one end of the gauze into the drill chuck and slowly spin it to twist the fibers together. This turns the soft gauze into a firm wick that can move fuel smoothly. Make sure the wick stays tight and even from end to end, because this part controls how steady the flame will be later. Now you feed the wick into the copper tube and shape the legs. Take a thin steel wire and slide it through the tube first. Use that wire to pull the twisted gauze slowly through the entire length of the copper. Go steady so the gauze does not bunch up inside. You want it centered and snug from one end to the other. Once the gauze is in place, leave a little extra sticking out of both ends. This helps it reach the fuel later. After that, hold the two straight ends of the copper tube and bend them down to a clean 90-degree angle. Make both sides match so the heater will sit level and stable when it is finished. I'd like to hear where you're from. Drop your city and state below so I know how far this video is reaching. Next, you prepare the glass jar lid. Take the metal lid and mark 2 points where the copper legs will pass through. Keep the spacing even so the burner stays centered. Use a drill to make 2 clean holes in the lid. Just wide enough for the copper tube to fit snug. Test the fit before going further. Push the copper legs through the holes and check that they sit straight and level. Let the gauze ends hang down inside the jar so they can reach the fuel later. This step matters because a tight fit here keeps everything stable and safe during use. Now, You lock everything in place with epoxy glue. Mix the epoxy according to the instructions so it sets strong and even. Apply the glue around each copper tube where it passes through the lid. Make sure the epoxy fills all gaps between the metal lid and the copper. This prevents leaks and keeps the tubes from moving later. Hold the tubes steady for a moment so they stay straight while the glue begins to set. Check from both sides to confirm the copper legs are centered and level. Set the lid aside on a flat surface and give the epoxy enough time to fully cure. Do not rush this step. A solid bond here keeps the heater stable and safe when you use it. Next, you prepare the milk can to use as the heat cover. Take an empty metal milk can and clean it inside and out. Use a drill to make several small holes around the sides so heat can escape evenly. Keep the holes spaced apart so the metal stays strong. After that, use a utility knife to carefully cut out the bottom of the can. Smooth the cut edge so it will not be sharp. This cover will guide heat upward and protect the flame. Now you adjust the height and the opening so everything fits clean. Set the copper burner next to the milk can and measure where the top of the copper loop reaches. Mark that height on the can with a pin. Use a cutter to trim the can to that mark so it sits just above the copper tube. Take a file and smooth all sharp edges. Test the fit slowly. The cover should drop into place easily and sit straight without touching the burner. This step makes sure heat flows well and nothing rubs or bends during use. Now it is time to add the fuel and light the heater. Pour the burner oil into the glass jar slowly until it reaches a safe level, not all the way to the top. Make sure both gauze ends inside the jar are fully touching the oil so they can soak it up evenly. Wait a few minutes and let the oil travel through the gauze and into the copper tube. You will notice the copper begin to feel slightly cool as the fuel moves upward. Once the gauze is saturated, strike a match and carefully light the fuel at one of the small holes along the copper loop. The flame should catch gently and spread evenly across the drilled holes. Take your time and watch how the flame behaves. When the burn looks steady, carefully place the metal cover over the burner and lower it into position. You will feel warm air rising almost right away. The copper distributes the heat evenly, and the cover helps direct it upward. Keep the heater on a stable surface and enjoy the steady warmth it produces. This simple copper tube heater shows what you can do with basic tools and a little patience. You turned scrap materials into steady warmth you can control and understand. Projects like this keep your hands busy and your mind sharp. If you found this useful, tap the like button so I know to make more ideas like this. Share it with a friend who enjoys practical shop projects at home. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next build. I will see you in the next video.